Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of On the Paint Table. This is my weekly show where you see what I got done, what I'm working on, and what is coming up. So today, you're gonna get to see, some like 25-year-old miniatures that I painted using some fairly modern paint techniques, but they look like they're 25 years old still because I did some like bright saturated colors. Some new stuff for Riot Quest, and a new game I'll be trying out called SkyTear, which you can look forward to the Let's Play for in the near future. So let's take a look at what I got done and what is coming up. All right, to start things off, I painted some green skins. Not any green skins, but my first, 12 green skins from the Warhammer Quest box. So I have 12 snotlings, grand total of 4 orc warriors with swords and shields, painted up for my bad guys. And I'm trying to do them in waves of a dozen, because there's 75 miniatures in here. And then 3 Minotaurs, and if I do 12 7 times, I get to, roughly my number. And then if I do the 4 heroes and the 3 Minotaurs like individuals, then yeah, no, I'll get through this. So for every set of 12, I'm gonna do a hero, and I had a little poll, and I think the logical choice, because he carries a lantern, you have to have him, is the Barbarian. There's 4 equipment cards in Warhammer Quest, the lantern being one of the most important ones, because if you don't have the lantern, you can't see into the room next to you. And so the Barbarian always gets the lantern. He just grabs it. Nobody else is like brave enough to take it from him. And yeah, this is a classic plastic Warhammer Quest Barbarian. You can see like shades of the Dark Oath Chieftain in the sky, where that miniature would come along later on in Silver Tower. This is probably like the brawliest of the original heroes. The dwarf being the toughest, the wizard being the the sort of like technical guy, and then the elf being the fastest with some range attacks and stuff. A lot of fun. Again, contrast paint jobs on all of these, and then highlights afterwards, and some technical paint, some Sterling mud in the base, with some dry brushing. So I think it was orc flesh for all the flesh, then highlighted up through War Boss green, and then actually a scale 75 paint for the final highlight, whose name I cannot remember. It's like Emerald something. Contrast for the boots, the leather, basically everything was base coated in contrast, and then all the details were done afterwards. So Black Templar there for the robes, highlighted with some gray, same with the shield wings and stuff there. I think I used snakebite leather for the wood, because it just gives you a nice finished wood grain, like all said and done. And then everything was blasted with some Tester's Dull Coat when it was all finished to mat down all the washes and make everything kind of consistent. This guy was Dark Oath Chieftain, and then some scale 75 skin for the blending and the highlighting. Wildwood, I think, for the bear cape. I'm trying to think of what else. There's not a lot of contrast. I think it was snakebite again for the boots, and then like this is XV88 maybe for the highlight. But yeah, it's not a lot of contrast on him because it's mostly just blended back up. And then I think the Fugan Orange? I don't remember what the orange is called. Whatever. Orange contrast paint, and then highlighted back up with some beige mixed into the base tone. There it is, 13 models painted this week. This little wave here, we've got 4 orc archers and some spadas, and that'll be my next, because I finished the Barbarian, that'll be my next wave of like Goombas I have to paint, and then I gotta pick a hero. I just painted the dwarf recently because I painted him for my warband for Warcry 3 Blood Dragon. So I'll have you guys say in the comments, you want me to do the wizard or the elf. Both these plastic miniatures are pretty great. I think I like the wizard better. He's got a real Gandalf vibe going on. He's kind of a plastic gray wizard, and he's really nice. The elf is, I'll be honest, of all the 3 hero miniatures in here, the elf is kind of the weakest, mostly just because of his pose. Like, his pose is just kind of uninspired. I don't particularly like the back cuts on the cape and stuff too, because it makes it look really flat. But yeah, no, I'll paint him too, because obviously he's a wood elf and he's cool. But yeah, give me a vote between those 2, and we'll see what I paint next. Some SkyTear. So this is again, I'm getting kind of used to saying this, a MOBA-inspired hex-based game of heroic combat. And so you get your heroes, draft your heroes, you gotta fight sometimes a big elemental thing, and then you get some Goombas you can fight with as well. And this has just come out recently, so I think it's 2019, it just came out, yeah, end of 2019. And we've already got some expansions for it too, that add 4 new heroes of like a base faction. The Karumo are in this box set right here. So Mike from Epitech Studios has a couple of the faction boxes he's gonna paint up too, and we'll give it a try in the coming weeks. As another sort of like board battler, I guess, in the same vein as like Shadespire or Aristea or God Tier. This is one of those like hybrid board game hero combat games. New stuff for Riot Quest. We got Helga on wheels. I'm so into this. Giant pig lady on motorcycle. It's gonna be super cool. And then we also have this fella, which is Chuck Dogwood. He's a hero expansion. He's a guardian. The guard class miniature with the hero stack card and rag gear card. And I love this, the Ninja Turtle. It's the Terrorizer hero expansion. It's literally a Ninja Turtle. Check it out. It's got the bandana and everything, but it's one of the agonizers from the Scorn left over after the War Machine apocalypse. So some new stuff to paint up for Riot Quest. So you're going to 13 miniatures done. Put my total close to 70 something, I think. And I'll put an accurate number up in the description if you want to check it out. But yeah, no, so we're moving at the end of February, and yeah, I want to get about 100 miniatures done every 2 months. It puts me at 600 for the year if I'm on a good roll. But I mean, cranking out the rest of this Warhammer Quest stuff is a lot of models, so it'll get my numbers up. Pump those numbers up, like in, what was that movie? Wolf of Wall Street. I'll Matthew McConaughey and get those numbers, the rookie numbers up. So yeah, we'll see you next week to see what I got finished. Until next time, I'm Ash. Happy gaming. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you want to support the channel, of course, like and subscribe and hit the little bell below so you get notifications when I post future content. I do post stuff 7 days a week. If you want to support the channel further, you can, of course, buy a t-shirt through Spreadshirts, buy a measuring gauge or objective markers from Death Ray Designs, or, of course, most importantly, there is Patreon. Patreon is what makes all this possible, keeps the lights on, pays for the studio costs, pays for the equipment, model costs, and everything else, and most importantly, puts food in my kids' bellies and a roof over their heads. Big thanks to everyone, past, future, who supported me. I do this stuff because of you guys, and of course, I will continue doing it as long as I can.